similar triangles chapter for 10th standard mathematics. So suppose we have a right angled triangle. So let me call this is A, this is B and this is C. Right angled at B here. So suppose this is 5K and this is 3K and this is 4K. So suppose we have one more right angled triangle. One more right angled triangle. So this is, let me call this is P, this is Q and this is R and this is 5 centimeters. This is 3 centimeters and this is 4 centimeters. So one more right angled triangle. So this is L, this is M and this is N. So this is 1.5 centimeters. This is 2.5 centimeters and this is 2 centimeters. Suppose I have one more right angled triangle. One more right angled triangle. So let me call this as M, or let me call this as D, this is E and this is F. So this is 10 centimeters, this is 8 centimeters and this is 6 centimeters. Right angled at E. So very important point to be told here. The corresponding vertices. So if this is the corresponding vertex for B, M, Q and E here. So let me write. So in these figures, the corresponding vertex for B shall be corresponding vertices B, comma, M here. So let me write M here, Q for this diagram and E here. Follow it, children. So this is a very important point for the entire chapter. Similar triangles, I shall keep making use of this word corresponding. So for C vertex, it is R vertex, it is F vertex here. So corresponding vertices, I shall write 1 here, this is 2. Corresponding to C here, C. For this diagram, it is N here. Let me write N here. It is R here and it is F here. Followed it. So when we speak about corresponding sides, corresponding vertices, corresponding sides here. Please understand. If I start with this vertex B to A, moving from B to A, so let me write B to A. In this diagram, correspondingly the M is a vertex now. So from M to L, moving from M to L. So let me write M, L here. In this diagram, from Q I am moving towards P, right? So from Q to P. So this is Q to P. In this diagram, from vertex E. So this is the corresponding vertex for the other diagrams as well. From E I am moving to D, right? So let me write E to D. Follow it, children. So BA is a line segment. Then suppose if I compare this diagram with this diagram, if I compare these two diagrams, please understand, AB line segment corresponds to AB corresponds to LM line segment, and this part shall be right. Followed it. If I write AB, A to B, and for this figure, if I write M to L, A to B, moving from this vertex downwards, and for this figure, from this vertex moving upwards, M, L, they both have same length, right? Maybe they both are same length. Maybe I should say. Maybe. But not corresponding. But not corresponding length. So very important point stressing for this chapter. If I start from this vertex BC, it should be QR itself. Follow it, children. Then, so now if I compare these two diagrams now, if I compare this right angled triangle PQR with this right angled triangle DEF, so now corresponding angles. So please understand, if I have this angle corresponding to this angle, please understand, if this is the corresponding angle for this angle in these two figures, if I start with this vertex, I'll have to start with this vertex moving in the upward direction in this diagram. Here also I shall move in the upward direction. So here it is Q, P and R. So if I write Q, P and R, so which is the corresponding angle for QPR in this diagram now? From E to D and from D to F. Therefore, EDF. So this is one set of corresponding angle for these two diagrams. Follow it, children. So now, please understand here. If I compare these two right angled triangles, if I compare with 4 and 8 here, 5 and 10 here, 3 and 6 here, so I can very well understand there is a proportionality constant K which is equal to 2, right? From K equals to, these two triangles are now similar triangles. These two triangles are similar right angle triangles. Followed it? Then, the corresponding sides, please understand here, the corresponding sides are proportional. What is the meaning of that proportional now? We have a proportionality constant. So for 2 sides 8 here, 5 corresponding length, this is a corresponding length, 5 2 sides 10 centimeter. Then 3 2s is 6 here. Therefore I can say that these two triangles are similar triangles, sides are proportional. Sides are proportional. So which sides again? Corresponding sides. So this is a very, very important note here. Corresponding sides are proportional, 1 point. The second point are the corresponding angles. The corresponding angles are equal. So when we speak about corresponding angles, they are equal. So what is the meaning of that? So if this angle is x, follow it, children. If this angle is x, this angle shall also be equal to x. Followed it? If this angle is equal to y, this angle shall also be equal to y. Followed it? So this is one important point. Two similar triangles, corresponding sides are proportional, the corresponding angles are equal. Followed it? Then, see, if I compare this triangle with this triangle, please understand, if I compare this triangle with this triangle, K, if K is exactly equal to 1, if K is exactly equal to 1, we can understand that these two triangles are congruent triangles. These two triangles are congruent triangles, or congruent right angle triangles. Followed it? So what is the meaning of congruence? They're exactly identical, right? When K is exactly equal to 1 here, 5 ones are, see, 5 ones is exactly 5 here, 3 ones is exactly 3 here. So these both triangles, when cut and pasted here, they both overlap in terms of angle. So in terms of angle here, in terms of sides. So these two triangles are called congruent triangles. Their length are exactly equal. Their corresponding angles are exactly equal. So this is in the case of K exactly equal to 1. So here in these two triangles, when K is greater than 1, so these are similar triangles. Follow each other. So now, if I compare these two triangles now, if I compare these two triangles, K is equal to 1 by 2, right? K equals 1 by 2 for these two similar triangles. See here, please understand, 1.5 or 3. What is the K value here? K is 1 by 2. If I multiply 1 by 2 with 3, I shall get 1.5, right? If I multiply K equals 1 by 2 with 5, K equals 5 into 1 by 2, I shall get 2.5. So this is the corresponding side for this figure. This corresponding length AB for K, when K is exactly equal to 1 by 2, I shall get 2 centimeter. So these two triangles are called what? Similar triangles. Similar triangles. So what is the meaning of this? When K is exactly equal to 1, so they are congruent triangles. They are congruent triangles. Followed it only when K is equal to 1. For similar triangles, when K is lesser than 1 or K is greater than 1. Followed each other. So the next important topic. If I have a right angled triangle like this, so let me call this is A, this is B and this is C. So this is perpendicular 90 degrees. So let me write AB is perpendicular to BC. Followed it. So looking from this direction, BC is equal to base, right? BC is equal to base, and which is the height now? From the top vertex, please understand, very important point. From the top vertex, the apex, let me call this as apex. For any geometrical figure, for any geometrical triangle, I should find which is the highest point. From there, I have to drop a perpendicular. I'll have to drop a perpendicular which make exactly 90 degrees for the base here, and this perpendicular line shall be H. H in the sense AB is equal to height. AB is equal to height, or I can call that as altitude. So now if I have to find what is the area of right angled triangle ABC. So we know what is the formula, right? Half into this is base into height. So what is the unit here? Unit shall be in terms of square units. So I shall write this as half into base is what? BC. BC into AB. So many square units. So this is in case of a right angle triangle. So suppose I have a obtuse triangle like this. So let me consider this is P, this is Q, and this is R, and this is an obtuse angle triangle. So which is the base here? QR shall be the base. So whatever the height now, for height, so which is the highest vertex? So this is the apex point. So from the highest vertex, I'll have to drop a perpendicular. Like this, and we can extend this baseline. So now I can get a perpendicular here. So this angle is equal to 90 degrees here. So let me call this vertex as S here. So now this PS, so this shall be my height. This shall be the height of this obtuse angle triangle. So PS, so what is this PS now? Construction, right? So this is by construction. So what is the area of triangle now? So area of triangle PQR, which is equal to half into, so what is the base here? Base is QR, and what is the height? Height is P to S. So let me write PS. So only when PS is perpendicular to QR or SR. Followed it? So one more important topic even before we start with the basic proportionality theorem. So suppose I have two parallel lines like this. I have two parallel lines. So let me join this and let me join this part. So these two are parallel lines distinctly. So let me call this is A, this is B, and this is C and D. So if I can join this, so with this base, right, so between the common base and between the same parallels, so which is the parallels here, between the same parallels, DC parallel to AB and DC parallel to AB. See, we have the entire parallel line starting from D to C and from A to B. With this common base, if I can join this A and C here. So please understand, very, very important point. I can find this AB as a common base for this triangle, right? And I can find common AB base for this triangle, right? So ABC. So let me write ABC, common base ABC, ABD, right? So let me write ABD. Follow it, children. So now this triangle and this is one triangle. These areas of this triangle will always be equal. Followed it? So provided they stand on the same base, provided they stand on the same base, so which is the same base here, AB, and between the same parallel. What is the meaning of that? So here from A to B, the ending point for this parallel is C, right? So exactly on this base, I have these two triangles standing on the common base. So from this direction, suppose for the same diagram, we have been looking from this direction now. Can you find this base? This is the common base now with a DC as the base. Can we find any two triangles on the common base here? D to C. See here, please understand. From D, I have joined one. There is a line segment. From C, there is a line segment. So DCB, right? So let me write DCB, D to C, C to B. Then D to C, C to A, right? So I can write this is a DCA. So which is a common base now? So the common base is equal to DC, and between the same parallels, so which are the parallels there? DC parallel to AB, right? Parallel to AB. So these two triangles, their area is always equal. Followed it? So with this understanding, we can start with basic proportionality theorem. So moving to the next topic for 10th standard, geometry similar triangles. So basic proportionality theorem, or it is also called as BPT, or it is also called as Thales theorem or Thales theorem. So both mean the same. And even before we start with the basic proportionality theorem, this statement, let us try to understand what is the meaning of proportionality. So suppose I have two triangles like this. Suppose I have two triangles. This is one right angle triangle. Let me write, this is ABC here. So this is 3 centimeters, this is 4 centimeters, and this is 5 centimeters. And I have one more right angle triangle. One more right angle triangle. So let me call, this is P and this is Q and this is R. And let this be 10 centimeters. This is 6 centimeters and this is 8 centimeters. And these two are similar triangles. K is equal to 2 here. So this angle, if it is X, this corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal in case of similar triangles. So please understand here, right angle triangle ABC similar to, very important condition, similar to, so let me write, this is right angle triangle. So from which vertex have I started? So from A to B, then to B to C. Then correspondingly here, respectively, from P vertex to Q, and then from Q to R. So let me write, this is P, Q and R. Followed it? So this is a symbol for, similar, similar to, similar. Followed it? Then. So very important to be noted here, right angled triangle ABC similar to right angled triangle PQR. So please understand here, if I write this as 1, 2 and 3, this is 1, 2 and 3. So the sides are proportional, right? The corresponding sides are proportional in case of similar triangles. This is similar triangles now. AB. Take 1 and 2. Let me write AB by PQ. 1 and 2 here. AB by PQ. Followed it? So this is the meaning of being proportional, which is equal to B and C, Q and R. So let me write B and C by QR. Followed it? Which is equal to the 1 and 3 now. The first and the third vertex, A and C, P and R. So this is AC by PR. Followed it? So this is the meaning of being proportional. Being proportional. So what is proportional here? The corresponding sides. So I'll have to write everything for you. Corresponding sides being proportional. Followed it? So let me give one more example here. So in your algebra or arithmetic we have studied 8 by 16 is one ratio, right? Or 8 is to 16. 8 is to 16 is a ratio. So this is a ratio. If I have equivalent ratio, so 9 by 18, or if I have 24 by 48, so all these equivalent ratios are said to be in proportion. So followed what I said now. Followed children. So if I simplify that, if I cancel that, is it not 8 ones are 8 twos are here? Is it not 9 ones and 9 twos are here? Or is it not equal to 1 by 2 here? So every ratio is equivalent to the other. So if we have more than 2 or 3 ratios which are equivalent, so then they are said to be in proportion. So having understood what is the meaning of proportion now, so now we shall go for the statement of the BPT theorem. So statement. So in the exams, sometimes the statement would have been given here, or sometimes they may ask you state and prove. So state and prove BPT. State and prove BPT. So we need to keep in remember even this statement also. Follow it, the statement. If a line is drawn if a line is drawn parallel, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, one side of a triangle, so that intersects, so let me break this statement to as many number of statements. If a line is drawn parallel, a line is drawn parallel to which side? Any one side of the triangle, right? So if I have a triangle like this, if I have a triangle, a line is drawn. So let me draw this line parallel to this side of a triangle. Followed it? So if I write this is A, this is B, and this is C, and this is D and E. So if a line is drawn parallel to one side, so I have considered this to be one side. So let me write this for you. So this is one side. So one side is BC, right? So which are the other two sides now? So the other two sides are A to B and A to C, right? So other two sides are AB and AC. So if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle that intersects the other two sides, so which is intersecting, the line drawn parallel is intersecting the other two sides at distinct points, right? So D and E, that intersects the other two sides at distinct points, then the other two sides are divided. Other two sides are divided in the same ratio, So we know what is the meaning of ratio, right? So this is drawn intersecting the other two sides. So which are the intersecting now? So D and E. So D and E are intersecting points, right? Intersecting. So they have used the word distinct here. Distinct points. So which are the distinct intersecting? Let me write distinct points. D and E. So this is a D and this is E are intersecting distinct points on what? AB, right? On AB and AC respectively. Follow, children? So on AB there is a distinct point D, on AC there is a distinct point E, and this line is drawn parallel to this one side of a triangle ABC. Followed it? Then what? Or divided. So if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle such that D and E are the intersecting points for this triangle, then, so what is to be proved now? To be proved, the other two sides, so which are the other two sides here, AB and AC, are divided in the same ratio. See here, when this line is drawn parallel, you have from A to D and from A to D, from B to D. So this is one important point here. I started with this vertex A to D. If I write A to D from this vertex, the corresponding from B to D, so I will have to write B to D. Followed it? So this is equal to A to E and C to E. This is A to E and C to E. Followed it? So we need to prove this part. They are divided in the same ratio. So AD. So looking at the diagram there, A to D by B to D. So this ratio should be equal to what? A to E divided by C to E. So this is to be proved for BPT of the basic proportionality theorem. So to prove this part, we will have to make a construction here. Please understand. From this vertex, I shall drop a perpendicular. So I shall drop a perpendicular and name this as L here. Let me draw one more perpendicular. This perpendicular, let me call this distinct point to be M here. One more construction. So let me join this. So always construction in the dotted line. For our understanding purpose, I am just put a line segment like that. So this is also a construction. So let me write EL is perpendicular to AD, right? So let me write construction. So with this diagram, so you should keep your diagram always very near to you. So look at the diagram and you can just follow the instruction here. So DM, so let me write construction DM is perpendicular to AE, or DM is perpendicular, yes, DM is perpendicular to AE here. Then EL is perpendicular to AD. So this is the construction part and join. So we join from C to D, right? So join CD and BE. So this is the construction part. Same shape and different size. So this is the definition for similar triangles. So when I consider two triangles, when they are of the same shape and different size, these two triangles are called similar triangles. So in comparison with these two now, we have the same shape here, and even with figure 1 and figure 3 now. With figure 1 and figure 3, we have the same shape but different size. Therefore figure 1, the figure 1 and figure 3 are similar triangles. So here the next point is when two triangles are of same shape or of the same shape and same size, very very important part, same shape and same size. So here it was same shape but different size, they are called similar triangles. But here in this case, when two triangles are of the same shape and the same size, I will use one word here, they are identical. They are identical to each other. And such triangles are called congruent triangles. So if I have to give an example for this, so let me write, if this is a right angle triangle, this one more right angle triangle would be exactly identical, in every way they are exactly equal. So if this is 5, this is exactly 5. If this is 4, this is exactly 4. And this is 3, this is exactly 3. So now these two triangles, right angle here, these two triangles, the constant k is equal to 1. Followed it? So when k is equal to 1, 5 ones is exactly equal to 5 here. K is equal to 1 for this diagram. 3 ones are exactly 3, 4 ones are exactly 4. These two triangles are congruent triangles. But here, when k is lesser than 1 or when k is greater than 1, right? So when k is lesser than 1 or k is greater than 1, for this definition, these two triangles are called similar triangles. So this is Madhusudan Voice, Cordial High School, teaching 10th standard mathematics, similar triangles chapter. So now coming to the fourth point. So you have a triangle here, a right angled triangle. The DE is equal to 4K here, DF equal to 5K, and EF equal to 3K. So in this right angled triangle DEF, where K is called as the constant of proportionality, and whatever measurements you found DE to be equal to 4K units and DF equal to 5K units and 3K units for EF, these are not the actual measurement. So this is one important point. So wherever we get that K is nothing but the constant of proportionality. So in this figure 1, what you are observing, if I compare this figure 1 right angled triangle with the figure 2 here, if I compare this figure 1 with figure 2, when this K constant of proportionality is exactly equal to 1, so 5 into 1, I get exactly the 5 centimeters. Now this 5 centimeter AC is the exact measurement. BC, which is equal to 3K, is exactly equal to 3 centimeters, where K is equal to 1 here. So similarly, you can find DE, which is equal to 4K, which is equal to 4 centimeters here in this figure 2 for AB. And 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 3 centimeters are the actual measurements for this right angled triangle ABC. Followed it? So these are the actual measurements. Whenever there is a constant of proportionality K, denoted in this way as shown in this figure 1, triangle DEF, then they are not the actual measurement. Followed it? So now if I compare this figure 1 with figure 3 here, I'm comparing this figure 1 with this figure 3 here. If I compare that, 3K, see here, if K takes the value 1 by 2, if K is exactly equal to 1 by 2, 3 into 1 by 2, I shall get 1.5 here. 4K correspondingly, so 4 multiplied with 1 by 2, exactly I get 2 centimeters here. So throughout this chapter, I shall be making use of the word correspondingly or respectively. So just an important word here. So K is equal to 1 by 2, 4 multiplied with 1 by 2, we get 2 here. So correspondingly DE, correspondingly LM. So LN is equal to 2.5 centimeters. This is the actual centimeter in length. And even DF, 5K. So 5K, when K becomes 1 by 2, when K equals 1 by 2, when I compare figure 1 with figure 3 here, DF, which was 5K, here LN is equal to 5 multiplied with 1 by 2, it has become 2.5 centimeters. Followed it? So now, if I compare the figure 3 and figure 4 now, if I compare figures 3 and figure 4 here, you have the same 90 degrees angle here. Here also we have the same Q 90 degrees angle. So I can say that L, M, N, moving from L to M, then from M to N. So similarly, so now I use that word similar. So correspondingly or respectively, L to M to N. So here from P to Q and from Q to R. So PQR is again equal to 90 degrees. LMN is equal to PQR. So you can find that here in this figure 3, LM is equal to 2 centimeters, and here you can find PQ to be 8 centimeters. 2.5 LN, correspondingly it is PQPR in this figure 4 here. This is 2.5, this is 10 centimeters. This is 1.5 MN, that is equal to 1.5 centimeters in MN, figure 3, correspondingly equal to QR, the length, which is equal to 6 centimeters here. So if we closely observe this figure 3 and figure 4, we can understand that there is a multiplication factor with the measurements given with LMN diagram. Followed it, children? So if I understand that 2LM and PQ, if I compare that, 2 multiplied with 4, I shall get 8 centimeters, right? 2 4s is 8. 2.5 multiplied with 4, I shall get 10 centimeters here. 1.5 multiplied with 4, I shall get 6 centimeters here. So we can conclude in these two diagrams, figure 3 and 4, that triangle LMN and triangle PQR are similar triangles. They are similar triangles. So what is the meaning of similar triangles now? These two triangles, figure 3 and figure 4, they are exactly the same shape, right? They have the same triangular shape. They have the same right-angled triangular shape, but they have different size, right? This is a very smaller triangle. This is a very bigger triangle. So you can compare this triangle again with this triangle now. If I compare these two triangles, triangle DEF and triangle LMN, if I multiply this k factor to be half, if it is k is 1 by 2, 5 multiplied with 1 by 2, I'll get 2.5, right? 4 multiplied with 1 by 2, I shall get 2 here. 3 multiplied with 1 by 2, I shall get 1.5 centimeters here. So again we can conclude here that figure 1 and figure 3 are again similar triangles. What is the meaning of that? They have the same shape, triangular shape, right angle triangular shape, but they are of different size. Followed it, children? Now, if I compare this figure 1 with figure 2 here, if I compare figure 1 and figure 2, only if k is equal to exactly 1, if k is exactly equal to 1, I can find these two triangles exactly the same, right? 4 centimeter DE is the same as AB 4 centimeter. I can find AC 5 centimeter exactly equal to DF 5 centimeter only when k is equal to 1, comparing figures 1 and 2 here. Followed, children? So BC 3 centimeters is exactly equal to EF 3 centimeters only when k takes the value 1. Therefore, I can conclude this. These two triangles, figure 2 and 3, are what? They are called congruent triangles. Why they are called congruent triangles? Because they have the same triangular shape and the size is the same. What is the meaning of size now? The corresponding DF, which is equal to 5, the corresponding A to C is again equal to 5. Followed it? So now please understand, very important point. If I start from vertex D to F, correspondingly in the figure 2, I will have to say that from vertex A to C. If I compare DF and CA, even if the length are of the same 5 centimeter, I cannot use the word correspondence. Followed, children? So from the corresponding vertex, so which is the corresponding vertex making 90 degrees here? B. The corresponding vertex making 90 degrees in this figure is E here. So if I say BAC angle, then I should say EDF. Followed it? So this is a very, very important point to be noted, to be learnt in this class. So we can identify that from the figure 1, from this figure 1, when k is exactly equal to 1, figure 1 and this figure 2, right? The figure 1 and figure 2 are exactly identical. They're exactly the same. Only when k is equal to 1, when k is exactly equal to 1, figure 1 and figure 2 are the same, identical. They are called congruent triangles. So now if we compare this figure 1 with figure 4, if I compare this figure 1 with figure 4, see, we can identify that whenever k is greater than 1 or whenever this k is lesser than 1, you can compare these two figures, comparing figure 3 and figure 1. If k is lesser than 1 or k is greater than 1, then those two geometrical figures are called similar figures. So now if I compare this figure 2, 3 and 4, the figure 2, 3 and 4, if we compare that, we can find that for figure 2, the vertex A is the respective vertex for L, vertex L in case of figure 3, and in case of figure 4, it would be vertex P. So I can say that vertex P and vertex L and vertex A are the respective corresponding vertex. So here for this angle 90 degrees, I can say that vertex B and vertex M and vertex Q, they are corresponding vertices. So similarly, AC corresponding to LN and corresponding to PR, I think we can just refer this table here with the figures. With figure 2 and 3, if I compare, vertex A is the corresponding vertex for vertex L here. Similarly, the corresponding sides, AC corresponding side for LN, and LN is the corresponding side for PR. So figure 2 and figure 3 have been constructed according to the actual measurement. AB equals exactly 4, BC equals exactly 3. Then you can find that AC is exactly equal to 5 centimeters. So when K is equal to 1 by 2 here, so when K equals 1 by 2 and LM is constructed exactly equal to 2 centimeter, 3K, 3 into 1 by 2, this is 1.5 centimeter, and LN is exactly equal to 2.5 centimeters. So now if we compare these two diagrams and make use of our protractor, you can find that angle X is exactly equal to angle X in this figure. Angle Y from figure 2, this is exactly equal to angle N for this figure 3 here. So we can conclude that in these two similar triangles which have the same shape but different size, have corresponding angles equal. They have the corresponding angles equal. If this is angle Y, even if this triangle is of a similar one, a reduced one, but still angle Y is the same. Angle Y is the same. Similarly, the angle X, the corresponding angle is equal to figure 2 and figure 3. And angle ABC is exactly equal to angle LMN, which is equal to 90 degrees. So listening to Madhusudan voice recording and this handwritten notes, the teaching notes for class 10 mathematics, geometry, similar triangles. So if a student has constructed in his notes the perfect right angled triangle with AB equals to exactly 4 centimeter, BC exactly equal to 3 centimeter, using his scale and compass, and joined AC, the AC would be exactly equal to 5 centimeters. So there is one more geometrical figure, the figure 3. So if LM is constructed exactly to be 2 centimeters and MN to be exactly 1.5, LN exactly 2.5 centimeters, constructed using scale and compass. You can use your protractor and check what shall be the value of Y and X. Even if these two geometrical right-angled triangles are similar, they have the same shape, the triangular shape, but with a different size, we can observe that, we can infer that with the use of the protractor, we can find the X, the angle X in figure 2, angle BAC, and angle MLN in case of figure 3, this X shall be exactly equal to 37 degrees and y shall be exactly equal to 53 degrees. If a student constructs one more right angled triangle PQ exactly equal to 8 centimeters and QR exactly equal to 6 centimeters using his scale and compass, and joins PR, the PR shall be exactly equal to 10 centimeters, and using the protractor a student can verify that angle Y in figure 4 and angle Y in figure 3 and angle Y in figure 2 shall be exactly equal, the same angle Y equal to be 53 degrees in all these three geometrically constructed right angled triangles. The angle X would be exactly equal to 37 degrees measurable through the protractor. So observing the figure 2 and figure 3 here, observing figure 2 and figure 3 and this table, so the corresponding sides, so for figure 2, if AB is equal to 4 centimeter, the respective corresponding side in figure 3 shall be equal to LM. For AC in figure 2, the respective corresponding side shall be LN. BC in figure 2 shall be the respective or corresponding side for MN in figure 3. So here when we observe this figure 2 and figure 3, the columns here, we can find that those respective sides are corresponding to each other. In the same way, similarly, the corresponding angles from figure 2 and figure 3, angle ABC which is exactly equal to 90 degrees in figure 2, this angle from A to B, from B to C, from L to M, from M to N. Therefore, angle ABC and LMN are the corresponding angles in figure 2 and 3. Similarly, when we start from this right angled vertex BAC to name this angle X, similarly here in the figure 3, MLN would name this angle X, and those two are the corresponding angles for figure 2 and 3. So similarly, angle Y is BCA in figure 2, the corresponding angle in figure 3 is MNL for angle Y. So when a student geometrically constructs these right angled triangles, the figure 2, 3 and 4 exactly according to the measurements, one can conclude that the corresponding angles are equal. The corresponding angles are equal in figures 2, 3 and 4. In the figure 4, the angle Y. In the figure 3, the angle Y here, MNL. In figure 2, the angle Y, BCA. They all correspond to exactly equal to 53 degrees. The angle X in figure 4, the angle X in figure 3, the angle X corresponding to figure 2, they measure exactly equal to 37 degrees. Therefore, we can conclude that in these three similar triangles which have the same right angled triangular shape, different in size, the corresponding angles are always equal in similar triangles. So if we can just recall what we had learnt in the earlier classes and observing these two right angled triangles ABC and right angled triangle DEF. So when k is exactly equal to 1, these two right angled triangles shown, the figure 1 and 2, they are exactly identical to each other. So very stressingly I am telling you that whenever k is equal to 1, exactly equal to 1, these two triangles are called congruent triangles. They are identical to each other and these two triangles are of the same shape and of the same size, and the corresponding sides of the figure 2 and figure 1, which are congruent triangles, are always equal. So if AB is exactly equal to 4 and DE is also exactly equal to 4, AC and DF are exactly equal to 5 centimeters, BC and EF are exactly equal to 3 centimeters. So when this triangle is cut and pasted above this triangle, the corresponding sides of DEF triangle exactly overlap on this right angle triangle ABC, and it appears as though it is only one triangle. Follow, children? So that is the meaning of congruent triangles, congruent figures. So moving to the next point here, the corresponding angles of figure 2 and figure 3, the corresponding angles now. So ABC is exactly equal to 90 here. So here angle DEF exactly equal to 90. So when they both overlap each other, the corresponding angles also exactly coincide with one another. So this is in the case of congruent figures. So here one more thing important to be told is that whenever we speak about congruency, so this is a symbol we use. So this is a congruency symbol. Right angle triangle ABC is congruent to right angled triangle DEF. So stressingly, very important point, the order from which vertex have we started. So once again, if we have started with vertex A, B and C, correspondingly we need to write DEF in these two triangles, the congruent figures, and then we can write this right angle triangle ABC is congruent to right angle triangle DEF. Or suppose if I write right angle triangle BAC is congruent to triangle EDF. Followed it? So it's an important note to be done when we name this right angle triangle under congruency or similarity. If I start from this vertex BAC, then if I start naming the angle D from FDE, those become wrong. Even if the same angle is mentioned as angle BAC is equal to FDE, they become wrong under the topic of congruency. The corresponding vertex and the corresponding angle. So we need to start from that point. So if I start from this point here, the right angled vertex here, I need to start again from this right angled vertex in figure 1. So BAC congruent to EDF. Follow, children? So BA congruent to ED, CA congruent to FD, and BC congruent to EF. So if I say BC is congruent to FE, I shall go wrong. If I say CA is corresponding to DF, I shall go wrong. And this is one very important point. So now with the similar figures here, as you are observing these two right angled triangles, the figure 1 and figure 4. So it is very clearly mentioned K is equal to 2 here. So if I multiply this multiplication factor or the constant of proportionality with this figure 1, I can get this DF 5 centimeters in figure 1 and PR 10 centimeters in figure 4. 5 2s is equal to 10 here. 3 2s is exactly equal to 6 here. And 4 multiplied with 2 here. I shall get 8 centimeters as PQ. So these two triangles are similar triangles because their sides are proportional. And again we can find that the corresponding angles are always equal in similar triangles. Corresponding angles, the angle Y corresponding to figure 1, the angle Y corresponding to figure 4, they both are equal. So right angle triangle DEF and right angle triangle PQR are similar triangles since they have the same shape, the same right angle triangular shape, but they differ in size. Here if DF is equal to 5 centimeter, here it is PR which is equal to 10 centimeters. Followed it, children? But throughout these two figures, the K equals to 2 should be the same for every side. The multiplication factor K should be the same. If K varies for every side, then those two triangles cannot be similar triangles. The corresponding angles are equal. We have noted that. So if a student has constructed in accordance with the geometrical measurement, he can find that angle Y exactly equal to the same angle Y in figure 1 here, the same angle X in both the figures 1 and 4. So the corresponding sides being proportional in case of similar figures. Right angled triangle DEF is similar, so this is symbol to be used for similarity condition. Triangle DEF similar to triangle PQR, and when the corresponding sides are proportional, so please understand here, the DEF PQR written from the same vertex for both these figures. DE, the first two DE and the first two here PQ, they are written in terms of ratio here. Followed it, children? The first two and the first two here, DE by PQ, and here EF the second third and QR the second third, EF by QR here, and the first and the third D and F and P and R, DF by PR. So if we have taken whatever is the measurements and just written that part, substituted here, the units get cancelled. We have no unit for ratio or proportion, and this is the way to write the corresponding sides to be in proportion. So two triangles are said to be similar when the corresponding angles are equal. When we speak about angles, they are always equal. When we speak about sides, they are always proportional. So when we speak about the vertex E, so from vertex E, please understand, children, so from vertex E to D, Q to P shall be the right way of understanding and writing it particularly. D and F, or from D to F, it should be P to R. D to F and R to P, or DF equal to RP shall go wrong. Followed it? So the last points to conclude, the similar figures you can find as many number of circles drawn here. So these circular in shape but they differ in size, and you can find two straight lines with a different measurement. So you can find that they have the same shape but again with a different size. Two rectangular shapes but different in size. So all these similar figures are not congruent. But we can find that in the congruent figures, there are three circles here with the same radii. They are circular in shape with the same size, and all congruent figures are always similar. The congruent figures are similar in terms of their shape and size, but all similar figures shall not be congruent. And it's a very important point to be noted for this class.